Hi everyone, this is Azra from Azra's Home Cooking. Today's recipe is macaroni tomato pasta. Now, you could say tomato or you could say tomato, whichever one you like, but I'm sure you're going to love this recipe. And now for the ingredients, you would need 4 tomatoes or tomatoes, whichever one you want to say, 2 medium slice onions chopped, half a cup of grated or chopped or sliced carrot. You need serrano chilies too. You could have one or you could omit chili if you don't want, and of course you need 4 cloves of garlic chopped as well. And I also have store-bought minced garlic if you like that. Here we have half a cup of sour cream and half a cup of Philadelphia cream cheese. Now you could use ricotta cheese, you could use any cheese of your choice, but these are the choices I used and I loved it. Half a cup of butter stick, and then you have olive oil. That's olive oil in my oil cylinder, and that's dried basil, black pepper, salt, and I have 1 cup actually of tomato paste, crushed pepper, red crushed pepper, celery salt, oregano, dried garlic. I use a lot of that, and of course macaroni, cooked macaroni, and I used 1 packet, and you will see how much I used in the end of the video. So all these are ingredients that you will use for the pasta. Over here I have fried onions that you can buy in the store for garnishing, and then of course you have scallions. Let's start with putting half a cup of butter stick into the pan, and then add the olive oil, also about 2 to 3 tablespoons at the moment, and then just let it melt for a little bit. At this moment, add the chopped garlic, and the chopped chili, the serrano chili. Now you could omit the chili if you want, or you could take the seeds out and add it for flavor. Over here you could add a little bit of crushed pepper, maybe half a teaspoon at this moment, and let it simmer. All the taste will go in there. Now you can add the garlic, the dried garlic. I love to add this at this moment. At this moment, add the celery salt. After the celery salt, you would add oregano to your taste. I would add about a teaspoon, 2 or 3 at this moment, and then later on add. You could add the basil at this point. I would add about half a teaspoon or a teaspoon at this point, and just simmer. Let the flavors all blend in. At this point, you would add the chopped onions and let it simmer. Now you would add the chopped carrots and let it simmer. So the heat should be about medium high at the moment. After this, I like to add the black pepper, about half a teaspoon or a teaspoon. It just depends on your taste buds, how spicy you want. You could add the salt now to your liking, to your taste. Now, I like to taste as I go. I don't like to put a lot in, and in the end I also added salt. So you'll see that salt is all about how you like it. Now you can add all the tomatoes that you chopped earlier. Now at this point, I like to saute my tomatoes or tomatoes, whichever you would like to say, whichever country you're from. What you would do is you just wait till the tomatoes become soft, and you can see that they're not hard anymore and they're translucent and they're shiny. That's when you know it's time to add the tomato paste. And this is what I'm doing right now. I'm adding, the next step is to add the tomato paste and then mix it really well. At this point, you should always check to see if it needs salt, pepper, any other ingredients. I checked it and I think I needed a little bit oregano, so I'm adding that. Any ingredients, especially salt. I'm also adding basil a little bit, and some black pepper if you need it, salt if you need it. All the ingredients that you added before, just taste it and then add it to your liking. At this point, after you see the color has turned a little bit darker, you can add 2 cups of water, and that is going to mix all the ingredients that you had added earlier and into a nice sauce. After I added the water, I let it simmer a little bit, and then I put on the lid for at least about, I would say, 5 minutes, and then check it again. At this point, now you could add the sour cream and the cream cheese and mix it all well. After that, I put the lid on and let it simmer for between medium low to low for 5 minutes, and then again I did it again after 5 minutes on low for another 5 minutes, and then I took it out to see if the oil was on the surface, as you can see right now. Once that oil is on the surface, then you know your sauce is ready. At this point, I'm adding the cooked macaroni, so always follow the instructions in the packet and cook it. But if you want it saucier, then add less macaroni, or if you don't want it saucier, you just want it a little bit like a dry macaroni pasta dish, then add more. It's all up to you how saucy you want. Now, as you can see, my pasta for me was getting a little dry, so I added a little milk. If that happens to you, you could do that. It's one of the tricks of the trade. And then I added a little bit of salt because it needed a little bit of salt, and the rest of the crushed pepper. Now I like garlic a lot, so I wanted to add more to give a little bit of taste. I always check the taste as I go along, and at this point I added a little olive oil to give that beautiful shiny look. Olive oil always brings out the best in a dish. Now I love to add seasoning. Here I am adding a little bit more basil in the end, and you can always check for your salt, you can always check for your pepper, and add as you go till the end. It's never ending, or it's all about how you like and how your taste buds love it. So fried onions are optional. You could buy a packet from the store and add it. I always keep it because it gives a good taste to your dishes. It's always in my pantry, so if you want, you can add that. Otherwise, you don't have to. It still tastes good. I've added green onions or scallions. You could do that. That gives a nice crunch and taste to the pasta. But you could also add fresh basil, fresh parsley, anything you have in your pantry. Yummy, yummy pasta plated with salad. I'm going to add some of the fried onions that I have, and I'm going to add some green onions that I cut, the scallions, and I'm adding butter and olive oil on top to give that beautiful flavor to your taste buds. Enjoy! Bon appetit! It's so yummy. Delish. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe or like and share. See you next time.